one of TJ's favorite things to do, and we like to make picks too when it comes to golf. So Genesis Open this week. They're at the Riviera.
Genesis Invitational.
Sorry,
starring Phil Collins,
Genesis Invitational.
Peter Gabriel.
Yeah, at the Riviera Country Club in Pacific Palisades, California. Max Homa's defending the champion.
Defending the championship.
Boston.
It's a hard course, playing at I think a little over 7,300 yards. Not an easy place to play. They're coming off the Waste Management Open in Arizona. What an incredible win for Scotty Scheffler. I had the guy that's similarly named Xander Schauffele going in my bet, and I also had Brooks Koepka, who absolutely did not have it. He couldn't finish out. He looked like crap down the stretch. Was not ready. He's not playing his best golf right now. Xander Schauffele, I'm not giving up on the guy, but it's just like he seems like always the bridesmaid, never the bride. He's always fucking runner up. He's always right there, and he just can't close out. And it's simple mistakes, stupid mistakes that he just, I don't know if it's nerves. I'm sure it is nerves. Listen, I'm not sitting there hoping I was in their shoes because I'd probably crumble like a fucking old piece of toast. But it's
coming like a Finau, kind of like how Finau was for such a long time.
Yeah, and you know what? That brings me to another point. I mean, so with the Genesis, like you said, Max Homa is the defending champion. Couple bets going. John Rahm's the favorite right now, plus 950, and then Patrick Cantley right behind him. He lost in the playoffs to Scotty Scheffler.
Yes.
Plus 1,200. Patrick Cantley is on fire. He might be the hottest golfer right now. I believe he's won twice in his last 6 tournaments he's played, and he's been in the mix in the ones that he's lost. I believe he was runner-up in 2 or 3 of those. It's just he reminds me of Tiger when Tiger was in his prime and you knew he wasn't fucking up. He does all the right things. He makes putts. He hits shots close. He's going to put the ball out if not in the fairway, just off of it. It's just watching him right now. He's playing some of the best golf out of anybody we've seen in a couple of years, consistently and consecutively, and it's something to watch. So I actually like that plus 1,200. I think Cantley has a shot.
TJ, let me just cut you off there. So Cantley has finished in the top 10 in his first 4 starts this season, included top 5 finishes in 3 of his last 4. And as you said, he just lost the playoff last week at the Waste Management. And yeah, I mean, right now he's playing some really good golf. So if you're going to take a chance, especially if you're 12, you said 1,200, so 12-1 win, and that's pretty good odds right there. And right now, top 5 finish, if you play him, it's plus 230. And if you bet him to be the top American, it's plus 650. I don't know if this is different. You might have a different app there, but I got this from an article that I was reading with some.
Well, top American is rough because, I mean, next up is you got Justin Thomas, Dustin Johnson, Colin Morikawa right behind him. So, I mean, that's I think top 5 is a home run bet. I think throwing some money on him to win is you have no problem doing that.
So it's bringing me my next point. Sorry to cut you off because you just mentioned it. Dustin Johnson. He's going off 18-1. I don't know if you have the odds right there, but last I started 18-1.
Justin Johnson right now on FanDuel is 15-1.
Oh, so 15-1 now. So it went down a little bit, but top 10 finisher plus 180. Obviously, with Johnson, you never know what you're really going to get with him.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think he hasn't been golfing too much. Was this the 3rd time he's teed up since last August? So it's been a while since he's been in a couple tournaments, but I mean, you're looking. I mean, former number 1 in PGA, and I mean, look, that's pretty good odds too as well.
I was going to say
tournament. Sorry, this tournament, it's such a hard course. You're going to get really good odds with these high guys who are favored.
Right. Well, that's what I was going to say. The odds for a lot of these bets, if you're going to just throw a couple bucks out there, you have a chance of making good money. I mean, we already said Max Homa is the defending champ, and he's going off at 4,100, 41 to 1 odds. I mean, how do you beat that? And then Tony Finau, who was in the last 4 years runner-up twice in the last 4 years. So clearly something about that course, he plays well. He's also going off at 4,100, 41 to 1 odds. I mean,
I don't think podcast, you know that I have a big bet in Tony Finau. I usually bet Finau to win, top 10 and top 5. It typically pans out, surprisingly. He's pretty good up there. So.
Dude, but I mean, and the funny thing is, Max Homa had a top 10 finish at the Waste Management Open. So you can't really sleep on either two of those guys.
No.
Jordan Spieth looked pretty damn good down the stretch at Pebble Beach. Jordan Spieth is going off at give me 1 second. Boom, 46-1. I mean, you're getting a lot of odds. If there's somebody that you like to bet, even if you're just throwing $10 out there, I mean, you throw $10 on Tony Finau to win, he pulls it out, you just pocketed $410. I mean, how do you beat that?
I mean, that's why some people don't really bet on golf. I mean, I like to. I know you like to as well. I mean,
absolutely. You're generous.
My brother does it. The thing is, because you could put $5 on a guy, and if he's going off 4-1, you just made a pretty good profit if he somehow wins the tournament, and that does happen.
On top of the fact that if you're betting on something like FanDuel, and let's say
I know what you're going to say next.
Right, for argument's sake, I throw $50 on Tony Finau going off at 41-1. I decide, screw it, $50 on him, and he's top 2, top 3 on Sunday going into Sunday. I'm cashing out at least 7 times my bet.
Yeah, exactly.
You're going to get your money's worth. So if you could pick a guy that's going to be in the mix in the top 4 or 5 going into Sunday, especially in something as tight as, let's say, the Waste Management, where it was just a couple shots separating about 15 guys, you have a chance to make money, even if you double up your bet. And if you're watching, if you're like me, I sit there and I watch all 4 rounds. Yeah. If you're watching and you don't think like, I don't think he's going to pull out the wins, Cantley may be firing all cylinders. I think it's going to be Cantley's turn. Cash it out. Make a couple bucks. Who cares? And that's what I like about FanDuel. I love the cash out option. Yeah. And especially you're going to get these odds going right into, the tournament. Once the tournament starts, they drop dramatically.
Yeah, and that's my point. So I actually knew exactly what you were going to say when you said when it comes to betting on these high guys is because I only use FanDuel for my golf betting because of the cash out. Yeah. And just one more point, I guess, before we move on. Will Zalatoris, who obviously had that disappointing loss a couple weeks ago at the Farmers, he's going off a top 10 finish at plus 250 and a top 20 at plus 105. So that's plus money, even if he finishes in the top 20. And he's a very good golfer. I think when it came down to why he lost at Farmers was his putting. But if he puts it all together, I mean, he's a guy that could be up there.
Listen, he's a young guy coming on strong. Just getting into the PGA last year was his breakout into the PGA.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a couple bucks on him might not be bad, but Tom Hoagie, who beat him, who won in Pebble Beach, also played pretty damn well in the Waste Management, and he's going off at 80-1. So there's money to be made out there, even and especially like you were saying, the top 5, top 10 finishes. Dude, there's no way Patrick Cantley's not going to be in the top 10. I'd put him in the top 5. I put good money on him being in the top 5. Yeah. He's easily, I'd be happy with putting $100 on him to be in the top 5. Just the way he's playing, he's been lights out. And, people say, oh, it's going to come to an end. But anytime, Nick, you might not be a sports gambler, but we've played craps together. We've been at tables together down in Atlantic City. You ride the streak. You ride the streak until it ends. And
until Doug shows up.
Yeah, well, that's true. Shout out to Doug.
But yeah, I think that's a pretty good roundup about gambling. I'll bet and picks.
Well, let's see who do you think's taking it down? Give me one person to win, and then one top 5.
So when it comes to top 5, I'm always betting this guy, and this is Tony Finau. I do like him, and you know what? I know he's the favorite, and usually typically the favorites don't pan out. But I'm gonna go with John Rahm on this one to win it, only because he's going off at 9-1, or you said 950.
9.5 to 1.
So that's pretty good odds for a favorite. And just anyone who's looking out there, looking to bet on the Genesis Invitational, think about the plus money that's coming on top 10 finishes, top 20 finishes. So, like I said, Will Zalatoris is even money if he finishes at top 20, which is like it's unheard of. You don't really get that. Great odds. So it's a difficult course. It's going to be tough to bet it, but if you're looking to make money without having to put, these long shots or just on a guy to win, look at top 20s, look at top 10 picks moving forward for the Genesis Invitational.
Yeah. So me, I would take Patrick Cantley to win. He just missed winning this past weekend. He's been lights out the last couple tournaments he's played. I'm comfortable throwing a couple bucks on him.
Yeah.
And then top 5, since you went Tony Finau,
I took it from you.
You know what? No, I actually like Cameron Smith. I think Cameron Smith has been coming on strong. I think he'll be up there. I don't know how this course suits his style of play. I don't know. I didn't look back to see what he's done in years past. I don't even know if he's played in years past, but Cameron Smith is playing some pretty damn good golf. So I can see him being in the top 5. But I like your Tony Finau pick, pal.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I call myself a Finautic.
Yeah, dude. It's hard not to love Tony Finau. He's a very likable guy, a very sweet guy, and he seems very down to earth. So
yeah, I was so excited when he won at Liberty National last year.
Yeah, dude,
I'm super pumped.
Which is an insanely hard course.
It is, and that's I saw the President's Cup there.
Yeah,
beautiful.
Tony Finau's one.
Oh yeah.
Tony Finau is one of those guys that, like, when he's on, it's hard to catch him.
Yeah, there was.
What do you think, Nick? Anybody? Any bets? Any picks?
I didn't even know they were playing golf this week.